So one thing I've noticed, I go back and forth between saying aqua and aqua. So we've got Aquaman, Aquaman. I just want to instill in myself to use the word Aquaman because Aquaman? This is what an Aquaman looks like. You're welcome. What's happening, my fellow geeks and geekettes? Welcome to a brand new episode of Cosplay Chris, and today I'm going to be doing a spoiler-free review of Aquaman. Firstly, a massive thank you to Playmaker Digital and Roadshow for inviting myself and Mum along to the premiere last night here in Sydney with Jason Momoa in attendance. It was an amazing evening to say the least, surrounded by some amazing people and friends.
Characters from Australia, unfortunately, my cast couldn't make it down. We all went different ways. Amber went to Miami, Yaya, and I think Patrick went to Toronto, so we're all just trying to spread it out. But I really wanted to come down here and let you know how much I love you and really love the Gold Coast and where we made it, and give respect to the amazing crew. And you guys are phenomenal. And I think you'll feel...
So I've had a night's sleep to think it over and process my thoughts on the film, so here we go. So Aquaman is directed by James Wan and stars Jason Momoa, Amber Heard, Willem Dafoe, Patrick Wilson, and Nicole Kidman. The basic premise of Aquaman is that it is a true underdog story. He is a half-breed. His father is from the land, his mother is from the sea. He is rejected by his people, but he must rise up and become the king that is Aquaman. I nearly said Aquaman. Now this film has been getting a lot of buzz for being very fun and up there with Wonder Woman. In my opinion, it's not as good as Wonder Woman, but it is a damn fun movie. First and foremost, Jason Momoa was born to play Aquaman, but not the Aquaman from the comics. This is a new type of Aquaman, and he's really fun, he's energetic, he's a rock star, and that's what I like, that's what I dig in this character. Now, the acting on a whole in this film is very cheesy and very hammed up, but I think it's almost self-aware, and I think it's the only way you could pull off a movie like this. You think about it, you have these big beautiful set pieces, it is also a massive CG fest, but in the best way possible. You have these beautiful costumes, it's very operatic and almost Shakespearean, and it works. The cheesiness really does work. Like for instance, you've got like Patrick Wilson spewing out these beautiful lines in the hammiest way with these intense close-ups, flicking the eyebrow. There were times where it was off-putting and it just makes me cringe, but for the most part, I liked it, it worked, and it just, I don't know, you couldn't have done it any other way. So I obviously touched on the basic premise and storyline of the film, and it's very cookie cutter, and I think that's the best you're gonna get with something like this. But on a whole, it is a pure popcorn movie. Now going back to the set pieces and the CGI, the set pieces were absolutely amazing. The practical effects were just beautiful, and I'm very proud to say that this film was shot up on the Gold Coast. I don't know, it's just really cool that Australia is part of the DC universe in that respect, not just from an acting standpoint with some Australian actors portraying DC characters, but to have an actual movie filmed here, that is cool. In terms of the CGI, and everyone has been saying there is just an abundance of CGI in this film, and there is, but it is so well done. James Wan is a visionary when it comes to this type of stuff, and Atlantis looked absolutely amazing. The creatures, the costumes, the armor, the weapons, even the way the character's hair flows underwater looked beautiful. Mind you, we'll get to a point where your hair just kind of flops over and you become Cousin It, but it just stayed floating perfectly, and it was mesmerizing. It's like a lava lamp. So yeah, absolute CGI clusterfest, but it works. Much like the cheesiness and the hamminess and the Shakespeareanness of the acting. One thing that really disappointed me was the character of Black Manta. I just don't feel like he was utilized enough and his character was given enough of a chance to really grow and develop. Even though he's the villain, I still want to see him progress a bit more. And I do want to see more of him. Now the costumes were absolutely beautiful in this film. Black Manta's costume was made by Ironhead Studios, who of course you guys know did Batfleck's costume, Gal Gadot's Wonder Woman costume, and it looks amazing on film. It's really cool to see how he constructs it and how he gathers all the pieces for the final costume. The Atlanteans' costumes, hands down amazing. Mira's costume, beautiful. That fabric is just so damn cool to watch and mesmerizing to look at. It just changes color and different lighting, and it just looks really cool. And let's not forget Aquaman's final form costume at the end of the film. And it's blasted all over the posters. You guys have seen me do the custom collectible on it. That costume is a work of art and it looks so good on screen. And I love the fact that they didn't just go for, you know, a cookie cutter, blonde-haired, blue-eyed actor called Sven, put him in a costume like this. They've got Momoa, who's someone different, brought something new to the character, and he nailed it. And in that costume, he is a beast. If anything, seeing this costume on screen makes me want to cosplay as him more now. Keep an eye out for that. Much like the story of the film, the score was very cookie cutter too. It's nothing really you can hum to, it's nothing really memorable, it just has those standard brrrr. That's the best impression I can do of it. But yeah, the score was just pretty mundane, pretty forgettable, but it served its purpose. So guys, like I've said in previous movie reviews, I'm not very good at them. I'm not very good at breaking down each element. I just try and give my thoughts right here, right now with just verbal diarrhea. On a whole, Aquaman is a very fun time at the movies. It has good comedy in it. The CGI is over the top, but it works. The acting is over the top, hammed up, very Shakespearean. Again, like the CGI, I don't think there's any other way you could have done this. I would have liked to have seen more of Black Manta and his character development, but who knows what's going to happen in the next installments. So guys, with that being said, I'm going to be giving Aquaman 3.5 tridents out of 5. Bet you didn't see that one coming. So guys, when you have seen Aquaman, please drop a comment below, let me know your thoughts. I want to know people's general thoughts on the acting, if it's just me or everyone shares the kind of same opinion. Guys, wherever you are in the world, have yourselves a cracker of a day. Hope you're well, hope you're happy, be merry, be silly, and until next time, geeks, please always remember, cosplayers do it best.